and welcome to the Haverhill Journal, where we give you a quick look at what's happening in our city. I'm Lindsay Paris, and I am so pleased to be here at Pinnacle at Harbor Place today with this incredible view of downtown Haverhill. A big thank you to Pinnacle, the new community co-working and event facility located here at Harbor Place, for hosting us. Later on, we'll be taking another museum trip with Matt Scharn, this time to the Buttonwoods, where he's going behind the scenes with the Historical Society. But first, getting the community more connected and involved is the goal behind Team Haverhill's Possible Dreams. And this year's event on March 10th delivered hugely. It was an invigorating evening featuring 14 unique ideas to make Haverhill a better place, in Team Haverhill's words, to live, learn, work, and play. Attendees are invited to choose the ideas most interesting to them, and they leave that night with new friends and possibly a role in an upcoming community project. Team Haverhill's Lisa Marzilli and several visionary presenters told the Haverhill Journal how this annual tradition, now in its 18th year, is making an impact.
Possible Dreams is a community visioning session where we invite citizens of Haverhill to come and share their knowledge and their creativity for things they want to see in the city. And we've been doing it now for 18 years. It gives an opportunity for the community to find community. Sometimes they move here, they don't know that much about Haverhill. It's a great way to meet a lot of other people, share your ideas, and sort of plan the future for what can happen in Haverhill. We start with an introduction and welcome everyone. Then we ask each of the idea presenters to give a 1-minute pitch. We start with a 30-minute conversation at each table, followed by a second round. In case you're interested in 4 or 5 ideas, you have an opportunity to go see all those other ideas.
Our table was Art in the Park at Riverside, where we're hoping to install public art over the next number of years.
The city offered us this spot near the new trail in Riverside Park, and we already have a few things planned. We're really excited.
So I was with the Haverhill Pride Parade. We're really excited to be launching the first Pride Parade in Haverhill.
Saturday, June 7th, we will be meeting in front of City Hall for the Pride flag raising ceremony. We'll then gather in a parade, and it will be a whole event fueling into our lovely Art Walk event.
My table is Holistic Soul and Spirit Fair. So what it's about is getting the community together, and not just about spirituality, but a whole bunch of like self-healing, self-love, just spreading love and light, because that's what we really need to come together as a community.
We came to present a new idea called Food Forward, which is a food preparation certification program that we want to design and offer for women who want to become food entrepreneurs. We got a lot of response. In fact, we were voted the most impactful, which is very exciting. So we came back with a ton of ideas, and hopefully some volunteers too.
The name that has been around forever is Christmas Stroll, but we're looking to change it up to something more fun. We're really leaning towards Snowflake Spectacular. The first week of December, our mascot is the Yeti. A lot of the responses that we got is maybe moving it to Sunday.
The theme of my table this evening was hello and welcome to Haverhill. Everybody has a neighbor that moves in. If you see anyone that is new, go knock on their door. Hello, how are you? Welcome.
So my table was Let's Paddle Haverhill. So the idea for Let's Paddle Haverhill was really an outtake from Let's Hike Haverhill. The idea was to just extend that to all the beautiful rivers and lakes and ponds we have here in Haverhill. We'll do 3 or maybe 4 paddles the first year. As much as I had fully thought this idea out, so many people brought new ideas to this and new thoughts for me.
What happens now from tonight on?
So all the ideas and the information to connect, all is written down on tables. We collate all that information and send it to the table idea presenters. So it's an automatic connection list for future meetings and activity on that project.
I love Possible Dreams. It's like the happiest, most positive night in Haverhill.
It makes me really proud to live in Haverhill, to think, and it's gotten better and better over the years.
This was very inspiring. It was great to network with people and to learn so much more about what's happening in Haverhill.
I started coming here maybe 10 years ago when I first moved here. I just felt like there was so much happening.
It was my first time. I thought it was great. We had so many ideas written down on paper.
It's nice to see all the people committed to the community. That's my favorite part. And then to hear about some of these ideas, and I'm like, Oh, I can't wait to see this one come to fruition.
It's the hardest thing to do with this event is to, after seeing 14 submissions, what table am I going to sit at? Because they're all so good. Yeah, love this night.
Team Haverhill invites participants from everywhere in the city to join the fun. You can attend their monthly meetings held the second Monday of every month. The next one is scheduled for April 14th at 7 p.m. right here at Harbor Place. Or if you saw a project idea tonight and thought, hey, I'd like to be part of that. Find contact information for all 14 projects in the Possible Dreams 2025 Summary Report, available at the Possible Dreams webpage under the project's header at teamhaverhill.org. Haverhill's incredibly rich history comes alive at the Buttonwoods Museum, home to the Haverhill Historical Society. The 1.5-acre site houses thousands of artifacts spanning several centuries of city history. HC Media's Matt Scharn sat down with Tom Spitaleri inside the 1710 John Ward House to hear the tale of the Buttonwoods on this second installment of Matt's Museums.
Welcome back to Matt's Museums, where we take a closer look into the history of Haverhill. Today, we're over at the Buttonwoods Museum. Follow me.
Around 130 so years ago, the Duncan family donated their property. And then the society just started collecting stuff. Some historical societies, and then when you go into it's got a room full of artifacts, and they all tell a different story. Every room in the main house is named after a different Haverhill resident. And it was usually what happened is the family would donate like a bedroom set. So the whole bedroom set would go in there named after a family. So the house we're in right now is the John Ward house. This is an early 1700s home, this side of the house. See behind me the hearth, that's where they did all the cooking. But this was the original house. It went from basically just outside that door to that wall, and upstairs was a crawl space. And then when they added on the upstairs, they lifted the roof. This room was insulated. You can see the white walls. That's the horsehair. But prior to that, this would have just been a wooden structure. So this was the cooking, the heating, and pretty much this room you're in right here, this is where everybody ate, slept, and did their daily chores, all right here. There was no such thing as you have your own room. So inside we have our Native American collection. It was the Frederick Allenson Luce was the archaeologist. So we have Native American artifacts that go from 3,000 to 4,000 years ago to 300 years ago. And the reason why I say that is it's the Spear Point collection, or arrowheads. We had an archaeologist put that exhibit together years ago, part of the Essex National Heritage Area exhibit. So we don't know what was here, but it's interesting, the Native American history, because they settled all along this river. The land we're on right now was part of their heritage, their culture, and where they lived, because it's close to the river. And that was pretty much their major highway to the furs up north. Our GAR collection is probably one of the biggest. That's the muskets and some of the Civil War stuff we have. That's probably one of the biggest ones in most of the museums in this area. And I cannot not talk about this. Shoes. We have a huge shoe exhibit, because Haverhill later became the second largest shoe manufacturer, only to Procter. So we have a large exhibits on Haverhill shoes. So the Buttonwoods Museum has a whole bunch of education programs for kids, which studies the river, the colonial history, the Native American history, and then as you get up there, you have local history projects done by schools. So the kids have to pick some historical figure from Essex County and do research. So that draws people in. So they come and they learn and they do these projects, which helps you grow and helps you get a better understanding of the town and city you're living in.
The Buttonwoods Museum is open May 1st through November 1st, Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5, and Sundays, 12 to 5. Thanks for tuning in to another segment of Matt's Museums. See you soon.
The Buttonwoods has fantastic programming year-round for adults and children, and special events for homeschool and public school students. This month, they're hosting Revolutionary War Day on April 24th and Fun at the Farm Day on April 25th. The museum officially opens for daily visits May 1st. For more information, visit their Facebook page or haverhillhistory.org. April is Earth Month, which means the Haverhill Citywide Cleanup is right around the corner. The Citywide Cleanup will be held Saturday, April 26th from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Join over 400 volunteers to help make this city a cleaner and healthier place. You can register online at haverhillrec.com, where you can choose your cleanup site. Over 40 sites are available around the city, and visit the Haverhill Citizen Center the morning of the cleanup for all the necessary supplies: free garbage and leaf bags, gloves, and Earth Day t-shirts. Questions on the cleanup? Contact Ben at bdelaware@haverhillma.gov. Haverhill students in grades K to 12 are invited to participate in the City Clerk's 2025 I Voted Sticker Contest. One lucky student will win the opportunity to have their artwork featured on the I Voted stickers given out at city polling locations on Election Day. Designs must be hand-rendered and drawn on white paper. The entry period is from April 1st to May 16th, and they can be submitted via email or dropped off at City Hall. Visit the City Clerk's website at cityofhaverhill.com for the application form and a drawing template, or you can pick one up in the clerk's office. If you have a story or event you'd like to see featured on the Haverhill Journal, call us at 978-372-8070 or email info@haverhillcommunitytv.org. And don't forget to like us on Facebook or at our HC Media YouTube channel. And that's what's happening in Haverhill this month. Thanks again to Pinnacle at Harbor Place for having us here today. I'm Lindsay Paris, and we'll see you next time with more of Haverhill's best stories. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good night.